League match day 3. Lots of games this weekend. Man City showing that they are human. They tie Wolves. No 3 points for Man City. Everyone's in a panic already from what I hear. What do you think, boys?
I think Wolves are lucky, obviously. You know, Aguero hitting the post twice, hitting the woodwork. Would have been great for fantasy to put those in. It could have been 4-1 just as easily as 1-1. So nothing much to read into it. These games happen, but it's good. Last year, City went like 9 games, 10 games. You know, they didn't. No one could stop them.
Yeah.
I think Everton stopped them early on. Then that was it. So it's good for them. Any points dropped by Man City this season are huge. So I'm happy about this.
See, they also dropped points last season. I know there's a lot of stories coming out, people panicking about Man City's chances now, especially with Liverpool, and we'll get into them after this, especially with Liverpool being the favorites, man.
The favorites? Nah.
Not the favorites, but as far as like this week's favorites.
They're my favorites.
It's going to go back and forth.
They
with
extended.
the EPL.
No, they're not. You didn't even have the balls to pick Liverpool.
No, I'm talking about my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Look, of course I didn't pick Liverpool because City, I mean, this is not going to mean anything. They still got a point. The worst result that they have, they still got a point. Yeah, it's a blip. Yeah, they have injuries. It's still the beginning of the season. Maybe they have a little rust. Maybe they're a little tired from the World Cup. I don't know.
I try to tell you about this manager. Espiritu Santo. This dude is a beast, man. I love the way he plays. The confidence he brings to these guys. They know the system they're playing, and they trust him. That's the main thing. They trust the manager. He looks to be a man manager as well. So, hey, man, this is just going to give him confidence.
But just as much you love this manager, you got to remember the Wolves, they haven't won. It's two draws, lost. What are we doing over there?
That was the
Wolves?
Wolves.
So basically, Wolves, what are they at right now for points? They're at 14th with 2 points. So, yes, they're doing okay against Man City, but they got to get those points against the other teams.
With 3 games in.
Because it's better
one of those games was Man City.
It's better to win half your games and lose half your games than it is to draw everything.
Stop saying the negative out of this. Yeah, of course, if they come up against other teams in the lower half and they lose or don't get points, then we can talk about it.
Today.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just hating on City.
They gotta do this against the bottom teams. They will.
Dude, getting a point against these teams, I understand it's better, like you're saying, to lose and win rather than to win and tie. But man, getting a point against the indomitable Manchester City to hold your own. Like, it's not like this was one of those Burnley performances where where there were 34 shots and the goalkeeper had to bail out the team a bunch of times. Like, this was a respectful performance.
Yes, but this is also the first time that the Wolves have finished the game.
Not the Wolves, just Wolves.
Wolves, whatever. I like them, the Wolves. You already did it. If it's just Wolves, then why are you doing that? They're the Wolves to me. Anyways, the Wanderers.
Wolverhampton.
This is the first time all season they finished playing against 11 men. The first 2 games, Everton and Leicester, they were red cards. And they drew 1 and they lost 1. Yes, this is a good result, but they should have had better points against those first 2 teams. So if they want to stay up, they need to, not get too happy about this match.
Leicester and Everton? Leicester and Everton.
At 10 men. At 10 men.
You're a glass half full kind of guy. That's what I'm getting for this.
You are.
Like, dude, they literally tied Man City
First off,
every team in this league with 10.
You just stole my line, dude. I just said that to Tom maybe like 20 minutes ago.
He flipped it on you.
You can't flip
No, because I would flip that on history.
You can't flip that on me? No one say anything on me.
What I said on me, we should focus on match day 3, but you're right, man. Like, of course you don't want to tie those teams. City hit the post 3 times. That was unbelievable. It was one of those type of games.
You got the moon noise for that.
And I just got done watching the City documentary. Fantastic technical documentary, but man, it's painful to watch. The first 2 or 3 episodes is like, oh, this is awesome, this is great. Like, you're watching a locker room, all this exchange. And then you're usually expecting, like when you watch a movie, you're expecting some kind of drop. And I guess you can call their drop that week where they lost to Liverpool in 2 legs in the Champions League, and between that they were going to win against United and they didn't, so like that was a bit of their slide, but like they still ended up breaking 13 records, winning the Prem, like
first team to break 100 points was one of the big ones.
Dude, it was absolutely insane. So like when these kind of results happen, man, I'm happy. I don't care who gets this 1 point. I'm proud of any team except maybe Liverpool and United that get a point against Man City.
This was the first game when I was like, City just might miss KDB. Like
Man,
he
he's
might
the
be the
shot.
one dude who could unlock
Great
rules right now. He can shoot from distance. Maybe he can whip in across.
What about Leroy Sané?
Sane.
Why is he not starting?
Or Mahrez. Sane has not started.
Sané.
Well, both. Look, I've already said my piece and I texted about Sane. Look, I had him in
No
fantasy.
one heard you.
Love the dude. Look, Sane, he's the real deal. I don't know why he has not started yet. I don't know if there's some sort of plan.
He dribbled by
Or if-
5
but,
dudes.
but we also have to remember that Sane also didn't play the World Cup, so he's fresh. He's ready to go.
So
Oh wait, you're young, so maybe he wants to sit him for a little bit. I don't know what the
so-
message is, but Mahrez comes in. He's looking great. Oh, you know what? Sit on the bench for a little bit.
yeah, it's weird, man, because he said Sane, he allowed him to have an extended off season, and I guess it's just being young and the type of mileage and explosion he has in that legs. You know, he played basically every game he could last season. There were no really off games for the most part. So Pep said he gave him an extended off season. He came in, he's not really fit, ready to start. But we see him play even 5 minutes, and his time is increasing. But we see him come in late in the game, and it doesn't look like there's any lack of fitness.
He's
quote
a
unquote.
game changer. Leroy Sané is a game changer. Now, will he follow your instructions to a T? No. But will he
But that's
change
part
the
of the
game
magic,
if he
right?
plays more often than not? Yeah, I think he is, man. And it's a shame that he's not playing, man. We could see him potentially be transferred to another team next year.
No way.
Oh,
bro,
no way. Wait till
No.
that.
No.
Oh,
Wait till that.
stop.
It's just, you know what it is? It's just
No.
classic Pep overthinking.
3 games.
Which is okay, you know, like Pep
I'm
sometimes
saying if
likes
this
to change.
continues, if
But it
he
won't.
keeps not starting.
No, he won't.
Because he
Pep
started
literally
last year.
said-
That's what's killing him is he started last
No,
year.
Pep literally said it's because he's not match fit yet. Like Pep said that. So like, whatever that means, we don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's not like Pep literally said he's happy with him. There's no issues there. He's just not match fit. I gave him an extended vacation period for him to recover his legs, even though he didn't play in the World Cup. I guess last year was really grueling for him, and it's to be expected. You see
Yeah.
De Bruyne. Well, De Bruyne had a World Cup, but you see these young
Hey,
players.
you
There's
know
going
you
to be a
get
lot of
match
injuries
fit?
this year.
You play.
Yeah, but
play.
but the thing is,
You play at the end of a game, like
he's
Hazard.
gonna play. He is going to
Yeah,
play.
100%
That's
will.
the main thing. And for you to say that he's gonna leave, the lack of intelligence it would take for someone to want to leave this team, it would be
Yeah.
incredible. Because everyone is young, except for maybe Aguero and company. But
And the
company's
back
out.
line, yeah.
Aguero has another couple years. But then look at the front line: Sterling, Jesus, Sane. Even Mahrez is not too old. I mean, David Silva is a little old, but
Bernardo Silva, though.
yeah, Bernardo
You
Silva.
just made my point. You just named all those dudes.
There
And
will be.
Sané, there's no guarantee he's going to be starting. So I don't think it's necessarily a lack of intelligence if you want to leave this team. It's a matter of game time.
No, I think he will be playing though a
He'll
lot
play,
because
trust
You
me.
they.
think he will be?
Oh look,
Yeah,
I'm not
what
in
evidence have
Pep's
you
shoes,
seen?
so I can't tell you exactly what he's gonna do. But I don't see Pep put him on the bench because of how much he played him last year and how much confidence that he showed in him.
I hope so.
Again,
I really
three,
do.
three, 3 games
That's
in only, but in this game, Wolves actually took the lead early in the second half. Willy Boley, 1-0 up.
Great name.
The offside handball.
Offside handball, great diving header. That was my head ref. Great diving header, great cross from John Moutinho though. Put it in a dangerous spot. But then there was also a penalty, controversy. Jesus Christ.
You were gonna say controversy.
I was gonna say
Like
it.
the English saying,
I
yeah.
wanted to, and then I stopped. But yeah, David Silva destroyed in the box, no call.
100%
lucky.
penalty right there.
Yeah.
Ruben Neves. was-
So that could have been the 2-1 goal there. Laporte gets the goal in the end off a header. City and set pieces, man, still dangerous.
Dude, bottom line is, while Wolves are playing zonal, man, and I still don't get why you play a full zone. I understand having maybe 1 or 2 of your winners play zonal and everyone else should man mark. I mean, Laporte had that free header. He had a free run.
I hate
Charge
zonal
into
marking.
the
And
Yeah.
that was on Bali as
Awful,
well.
dude.
That was his man.
Yeah, it wasn't his man. He was covering zone, but the zone is you give a person a run up. But I know what you're
It
saying.
was in your zone, you kind
Yeah.
of thing. So.
For
You gotta square up.
yeah, for corners, I don't like zonal for the fact that you can get crossed up in directions or markings when the ball's up in the air when it actually counts. If usually the defense will have 1 or 2 players that are free, so everyone man mark. You got 2 floaters basically. Let them be free. Everyone else, don't drag it. Well, actually, you know what? I wonder if that has to do with the new rules. I mean, the more enforced rules nowadays. Because if you do pull that jersey and they go down, it's more likely that a penalty will be called in present day. So I wonder if they're switching to those zonal rather than man marking because there's less physical play.
I don't think it's the worst theory.
Yeah.
I just thought of it, so I mean, it's just one of those things just clicks. It could be that, but I could also just be talking to my butt.
Hey, Huss
Usually.
Oh, I like that hashtag.
I think you're talking out your butt.
I think,
Butt thought.
I think what City struggle with too is not playing with width. Sterling, from what I saw, was given a free roll. He had the ball in the middle of the pitch, outside, inside, checking in short, helping build up play, staying long. I think he sort of overthought his tactics again with this team. If you literally just went Sterling and Sane, or Sane, Mahrez, or just somehow have Sane and a true winger on the pitch at the same time, you would have been able to stretch that Wolves defense, but everything was through the middle. And then Sane came on, and he destroyed the wing.
He did. I thought Wolves did a great job picking and choosing when to press City.
You're right.
There were certain times they put Company under pressure, they put the 6 under pressure, and they forced them to turn the ball over and they go to goal. So, and that's another thing Liverpool did well. They were able to replicate that. So that's the key to beating City: counterattack and high press at the right time.
For sure, man. That's why Jose Mourinho stays at least giving City a hard time.
Yeah,
for the most part.
But he's just so negative.
No, it's hard.
There's not a lot of high press there.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking
there's
of
no denying.
Jose, real quick, I think you texted him. I don't think you said on the last episode when you talked about watching the documentary and what Pep said to the players.
Yeah.
If you want to repeat that, or you want me to just go with it?
Go for it.
You were talking about how Pep was talking to the players and said, "Look, I'm not going to say anything to the press. I'm paraphrasing, obviously.
Yep.
I'm always going to defend you."
To the death.
Yeah, to the death. But when it comes to here right now, I'll tell you the truth.
In the locker room.
Yes, and you know what? That
That's
there,
all I want from Jose.
that's beautiful.
No one's saying
That's
be
a
soft.
beautiful thing to say
Yeah.
to players if you're a manager because
Absolutely.
that's family, that's respect, that's I got you.
It's also
But now it's tough love.
And I think
It's also hypocritical because of the way he treated Ibrahimovic.
Ooh.
Well, that was also a long time
If
ago.
you read his autobiography,
Shots
he'll
fired.
say,
Wait.
well, go ahead.
When was that though? Because it's called growing up and maturing.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? Just that nugget.
Just saying, man.
That's
He's not.
What did he say in the
Well,
documentary?
you grew up with
In his book, his autobiography, he talks about how recently he said he never had a problem with a manager before. It's always the manager with him. He doesn't care who the man. He'll always follow the orders, directions like a good soldier does. But in his book, he says, Pep was avoiding him, wouldn't talk to him,
Wouldn't look him in the
avoided him, wouldn't look him in the eye. Wasn't a man.
Soft.
In short, that's the line, is that he wasn't a man.
Literally, that's a direct quote.
And he
Pep
said,
is not a man.
you buy me because a Ferrari with premium in the engine, and Pep drove me filled me with diesel and took me around the countryside. Like if you wanted a Fiat, buy a Fiat. You bought a Ferrari.
So he says all that, but who do you think is going to be more successful, Pep as a manager or Zlatan as a player?
I mean, I think Zlatan's the greatest player in his history, in his nation's history.
I think they're
Pep
in
could be the
same-
best manager, one of the best of all time.
No, I know. I think they're in the same zone, dude. Zlatan's one of the best players of all. He won't be, that Messi level, but he won't be forgotten, dude. He just won't.
He's a freak.
He's a freak. He's won in multiple countries.
Not Champions
I have a theory
League.
If he didn't bust his knee, not Champions.
That's right. That does diminish his
Yeah.
legacy a little bit. The fact that he never won a Champions League, but
Yeah, for
still,
sure.
we recognize.
I think they're in the same neighborhood. That's it. Like Pep will probably have the bigger house, but they're in the same neighborhood. They can both talk smack to each other
And Pep Guardiola was a great player too.
He was.
Don't
Not,
sleep on that.
but
But-
not nearly on the Ibra level though.
No,
as
he's
far as
not.
specialness.
Oh, different positions. He wasn't.
He's
not scoring
either
goals
way,
in his position.
He
There was
replayed it at a higher level still.
Yeah, man. So City dropped points here. Kind of expected because they did this. I think match day 2 last season. No, match day 3 last season.
Wayne Rooney, Everton. Great
So, I love it, man. I love to see that. Arsenal 3, West Ham 1. I know it was a little freestyle right
Jump the
there.
gun. Fuck Liverpool.
London Derby.
Wait your
You know
turn,
we go
bitch.
Liverpool. It was
Wait
a
your
London Derby, bro. Liverpool squeaky bummed their way to a victory. This had a little bit more meat, a little bit more action. Arnautovic scoring nice and early here.
Garnett.
Why? Look, jumping the gun, man. Why is Lacazette not starting? Can you explain that to me?
I've been
as an
done, had
Arsenal
been
fan?
done, had been
I've
talking
been
about
Bose.
this. I don't understand it. It worked out this match. I guess Iwobi was okay. He managed to get himself an assist.
Oh,
but
he's special.
Look, man,
He's
Play the
special.
youth.
look,
Play the youth.
he's a very exciting prospect.
Special.
He's not special, but Guendouzi
That's
is special.
That's a tongue quote, by the way, people.
Bruh,
He's special.
Guendouzi
2 games in from.
currently leading the league in tackles. Come on, son.
What's special about that, man?
He's 19.
As soon as I want to bring up stats, you always complain. No, stats don't say everything. Look,
It's not
he's a
everything.
promising player.
Look
But
how
you're already
he's
calling
playing.
him.
Time out,
Yeah,
time
he's having a
out,
good
time
run.
out, time out,
He's
time out,
already
time out.
special
Time
the rest
out.
of a season.
He's already
Here we
better
go.
than Shaka.
Tom Davies, Everton. Came
Yeah.
on, scored a blinder against Man City, dribbled 4 guys, chipped the goalie. This kid's special? Not yet. There's
Not
a
yet.
lot there, man. He's on the same level. He had like 3-4 great games, and he was one bad game on the bench for a little while.
Boom.
In
you
and
said
out,
it.
in and out.
On the bench is the key. Guendouzi is Unai Emery's guy.
We'll see.
So far,
Because he has
he's
no one,
rolled
he has
with
nobody else to go in there. That's why he's
him.
playing.
He does.
Si-
But the
Everton
kid is
have
playing
ultimate
well. So
We're
you're saying
all
Guendouzi's
raised.
playing like shit.
No,
That's why.
Oh
man.
my God, come on.
What we're saying is he's a kid. I don't think. Look, he'll play him as long as he keeps playing at this level. I don't think he can sustain it. You know, I think he's gonna have a good season. Let me say this: I think he's gonna be a very good player by the looks of it. Special is reserved for those dudes. And 2 games in, having played, look, if he had a bit of more pedigree.
It's the shaggy hair.
No,
The
I love the
swag
shaggy
on the
hair.
ball.
Fellaini,
Love
bro.
the shaggy
I
hair.
love
Forward
that.
passing
David
every
Luiz.
time man gets stuck in. He's smooth. Now look, does he sometimes needlessly give possession away?
One. And that misread on the Liverpool
Against
game?
Sterling when he let
Against-
him cut in. He's talking about
No, he went to step for the ball and like missed the header or something. The ball.
Oh yeah,
just
that was
went
against
over.
City as well. He fucked up twice.
So, like,
Special.
that's what I'm
Choice.
saying. Like,
Special.
calm down. He's looking promising. He's having a blinding run of games.
Yeah.
He should continue to start.
Hey man,
But special
all
already.
I'm saying is when I watch the Arsenal midfield play, he's the best midfielder.
and how
at
good is the
19.
Arsenal midfield? By
Shite.
the way, if he's doing this at
Look,
Chelsea,
shite.
City, maybe even United, maybe I'll give you.
You know what?
United.
Fuck-
He's
fuck-
doing it
fuck
at-
the Arsenal.
He's playing better than Xhaka, Tom. He's playing better than Garnett.
19, though. Look
But
at
that's
this
a good
age,
run of
bro.
games. So if you have 5 good run of games at 19, you're special.
No, if your sample size, if you're balling in that 5
Then
games,
you don't get to
I'm
qualify.
projecting.
If you hit 2 home
I'm
runs
projecting.
and you get injured, you don't get to qualify because you didn't reach the right sample size.
That's for you.
Cross
That's you.
sport-
Doug.
cross
No.
sport.
I'm saying that's this. You gotta hold
Me?
this up.
Of course
please.
I
Shut
do.
up.
Yeah,
Thank you,
read it
guys.
and wait.
Nah, to
Take
make
this with a
certain-
grain of salt.
To make
Guendouzi's
certain
special.
Hall of Fames, you got to have a certain amount of games played.
That's it.
That's it. I mean,
Glass
at
of
19,
wine, take
he's
it
doing
easy.
this at 19. Well, let's see if he does it at 20
You know,
Hey,
or
hey,
21 or
fuck-
You have
22.
to do it for one season
Then if-
to be special, bro. You have to
That-
do it for 30, not 38 games.
For
but like
one-
one season, even with the dips. Like Sane had some games where he was on the bench. No, to be special potential.
That's
Oh,
all I
okay,
mean.
okay,
So
okay,
that's
okay,
what
okay.
I mean when I
No,
say
that's what-
so it's special
yeah.
potential.
But
When Jack
that's where I'm
Wilshere stepped
agreeing.
on the scene at 16 years old, was balling, what did everyone say?
Not
This kid
after
has-
2
this kid-
games.
Hey,
Get
okay,
him a
yeah,
cap.
Not after 2
But-
games.
Oh, shit.
No, but we saw how he played, and we're like, all right, this kid has to play. We know he's 16. He broke into the first team.
100% Gundozi should play. I'm
Now, will
literally
he get
saying-
injured down
Space,
the line?
space,
Will he
We're
have
not
special-
talking
bad
hey,
injury.
games?
We're just
special
talking
players-
his ability.
spe-
Injury
I'm
doesn't.
talking what he's shown me.
If we're talking
It's
special,
2 games.
Flash
hey,
is
2
gone.
games. Wayne Rooney at 16, he was special. That goal against Arsenal.
No, but he wasn't.
After 2 games?
in.
Yeah, but
That's
you
what
can
I'm
see.
saying.
All I'm saying is the talent. I'm not saying it's justified calling him special. He's special right now.
But
I'm
he's
saying
making-
he has that potential from how he's playing at 19. If I project 7 years down the line, if he keeps growing,
This is not
this kid could be
FIFA.
special.
People don't automatically get him better.
They don't. But Raheem Sterling at 16, you can tell this kid's gonna be special. You can tell.
But there were other guys. who
Wait,
played- there were
at
other guys who
16
got the
or-
same
At
treatment
16,
as
I could tell Raheem Sterling was gonna be a baller.
He's not special though. He's still
I
not
could tell him to
special.
be a baller.
I wouldn't call him
Well,
special.
No, no,
Okay,
so I'm saying
he may not
special
have
potential. I'm
fulfilled that
saying-
special potential, but he was 16 years old
Yeah, look.
playing on Liverpool.
But I'm saying after 2 games, man, for me, you don't even ring the special bell yet. You need, I think, 5 or 6. Then okay, there might be some discussion, and then 18 from there. Because
Fair
look at-
point. Fair point.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
Guna,
this kid is
and
not.
this kid's
yeah.
19 years
He's
old,
got-
and I haven't
he's
seen a
got
center
you covered.
midfielder like as dynamic as this on Arsenal since a dude like honestly like a Vieira or like a Petit, or someone who's physical but he's looking for the forward pass as well. Shaka's slow as shit. He finally like shot the ball from far for the first time this game. But in terms
No,
of anyone else, bro,
Guendouzi's very exciting.
He's
I like him a lot. He's also like Pereira on United, another young guy holding midfielder. You know, playing getting the ball forward, playing simple, playing nothing flashy. Just hey, get the ball, move it, keep it rolling. I love that. But fuck the Arsenal midfield. because Felipe Anderson was the best midfielder on the pitch in this game, hands down.
Yeah.
Dude,
Taking the ball from
turning-
deep, running 50 yards, threw balls all day.
Was Granit Xhaka
He got the assist for the Arnautovic goal. He was dangerous the whole, almost throughout. If he had a little bit more support in the midfield, stronger team around him, he could flourish. But this guy's exciting. Good signing for West Ham.
Yeah, he's got that magic with Arnautovic, like you're saying, but Arnautovic got subbed here, knee injury. I've been trying to read reports to figure out some details on the injury, but as we record this, I haven't seen anything. I don't know if you guys have.
No, I haven't seen anything, but Issa Diop having a nightmare this game, caused an error. I mean, it was a terrible clearance, and then Lacazette making his impact, just rocketing that cross off of him for the own goal. So I think, as far as your question about Lacazette, he needs to start. You can see as soon as he enters the game, what different. Him and Aubameyang smiling all of a sudden. It opens up more opportunities for him.
Yeah. And that own goal, the celebration after from Lacazette was very emotional, like he's screaming, clenching, flexing his whole body basically. So I think that was more of a frustration. Like,
A fucking
Coach,
own
you gotta
goal.
Unleash me. Yeah, but the
Yeah,
work
but
he
he
did,
caused
man,
it.
he caused it, dude. And he came on as a sub to do that, so he had to be productive. And it's weird, man. I don't know. Like, I understand Unai wants a little bit more of a balanced team. He doesn't want two forwards necessarily in there because Aubameyang's work rate
The
backwards.
dumbest shit I ever heard.
But the Aubameyang's work rate backwards isn't as high as it should be, so that's why he went for it. But I think at this point,
Really,
he's gotta roll the
Mkhitaryan's
dice.
work rate backwards. Isn't
Shocking.
As good as,
Yeah.
To me, Hector Bellerin was probably Arsenal's best player this game.
But
Now,
he was also getting caught out though.
Exactly,
yeah.
Antonio was catching him
Felipe
out still.
was eating him
Yeah,
up
this
as
defensive shape for Arsenal, this high line is. I mean, Snargai should have had a goal. He wasn't through on goal because this high line is fucking you over more than it's helping you. And against City and Chelsea, was like, all right, tough intro. We'll see how it goes. West Ham also struggled. That goal you scored with Lacazette, all due to my boy Issa Diop, fucking shanking a clearance and then hitting it off his dick for an own goal. Like all him, self-inflicted wound.
Yeah, there's nothing we
So
can do.
I mean, against West Ham, it was close.
We can't do shit defensively. Like
No.
my thing with this Arsenal team's always been, we're gonna score goals. We're gonna figure out a way to score goals. If Lacazette and Aubameyang are on the pitch at the same time.
No, you don't even need that. You need your Arsenal defense to score goals because Nacho Monreal gets the goal, and even though Okazaki did come back and substitute, but he hasn't really been. No, what I'm saying is Nacho Monreal had close to an Okazaki goal celebration because when he scored that goal, he went yeah. He like started fist pumping, got going. He was like grabbing people to hug him. He was like it was his birthday, and then he was like, oh, and then he started waving them back. Let's go.
Monreal.
But he's the one that's stopping people to hug him.
This is what I'm saying with the Nacho thing, man. This guy's good.
I like
Oh
that.
my
He's
God.
good. He's just like a slightly
And guess
above
what?
average
Yeah.
to good.
Get your
No,
glasses-
no, here it is, here it
I'm
is.
serious.
Hey,
though.
explain-
Y'all being so
Average.
hard on
No,
him.
no,
He's
Al,
average.
Al.
He's
Tom,
above
average.
average. He's above average.
Explain Arsenal.
Barely.
Good, but slightly above average team. Now, if you have those players, you're gonna be a slightly above average team. So you're not gonna be making Champions League, or you might be making it fourth.
That's
If
not
you
Arsenal.
if you get
That's not Arsenal.
Bro.
you
That-
just
that's
explained
not-
Arsenal by explaining Nacho.
Nah.
With that gunshot.
No, I definitely explained
Bones.
one player.
Boom.
Just one player, and you took that way out of context.
Conference?
Took it out of
Conflict.
context. You don't even know what's going on in here. Yo, I'm hearing voices. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's just crazy.
And Monreal's eyes lit up so much when Bellerin was near him because the ball came through him. That was
Hector
bad by West Ham.
Couple assists already, man. I'm saying, look, Hector going forward has been a problem. Now we got to get his recovery runs on point. But Mkhitaryan's not helping him. Fullbacks are overlapping. Mkhitaryan's not tracking back the whole way. So if you're gonna have that entire right side bombing on, teams are gonna continue killing us down that right side.
I can't wait to
That's
see Bellerin
that's
at
where-
Barcelona.
That's where Torreira comes in. Because he
Let's
looks.
continue doing that.
He's doing good, but you know what?
Let's
We
continue doing that.
we took that money and we got Xhaka, Fabinho. Who else? Who
And
else?
how many-
Say it.
How many cups have
Hey,
you
And
won
how many
since?
Shot?
trophies?
How many cups have you won since?
And how
That's
many
fine.
trophies?
That's okay.
Oh,
Hey,
it's fine.
hey,
Come on, you're
Hey,
title
fine.
trophies.
no,
right?
because you know what? You were
That's
getting
what they
excited
get a league
because
cup.
at the very beginning you were getting excited about ripples. How's your Champions League?
Ripples, man. It's
How's your
cyclical.
Champions Leagues?
How? So you guys are
It's
tied for
cyclical.
Champions Leagues won.
Huh?
Since what, 3 years ago you're saying?
No,
Since these signings came in? You guys are tied for 0. So I don't know what you're bragging. You're in it.
Yeah.
What have you won, Doug? You have a nice
We're
little
getting
roll.
there. We have to build up.
Okay,
you
so
know
you're
what?
talking about ripples
No,
now.
because
that was rippling as
hey,
well for you.
Rome fell, and now Klopp's building it back up. Because Liverpool
Rome,
in England
Rome
was
Rome.
Rome.
What was this,
Yeah.
40 years ago, Rome? Is this the 80s we're talking about?
When was Rome? A while ago.
Wow.
That was genius, bro.
All right.
Let's give a round of applause for that one. It was fucking breaking news.
Danny Welbeck subs
Wow.
on in this one. Gets a goal in stoppage time, first this season. Owns his account. Mr. Injury. That was a Bayern assist. They only had one for the game. Elm was deflected off of Wobie. But yeah, 3-1 Arsenal. First win in the league for Unai.
I like that you brought Welbeck up, man. He's given Unai selection problems. I hope this continues. Give Unai selection problems until we can figure out our best first team.
No, Welbeck's a great guy to bring off the bench. Can't really play a full 90 all the time. Injury prone.
He's your Sturridge,
Yeah,
Might be.
essentially.
Way less
Might be.
smooth, but yeah.
Next game.
but he wins better headers.
Next game, Liverpool 1, Brighton 0.
You talking about the team that beat West Ham 4-0? Not 3-1? Not a cute 3-1, but 4-0? Okay.
Team
Top
that lost.
dog, shit pool. Need a penny to beat Brighton, who gave United a tough time last week. Credit to Brighton again. Liverpool, luckless, shameless, disgusting. No attack, no chances. Actually, it wasn't a penalty. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't.
Salah goal.
It was a great pass.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Salah had a great
Yeah,
finish.
No, it was James
Finish.
Milner. This
Yeah.
goal was
James Milner with the
Milner.
recovery.
Yeah.
The high press wins the ball back.
Solo
Does the
high
right thing.
press.
Are you coming on that boat a little bit? You going on that bandwagon?
No,
James
no.
Milner,
I'm
one of the
not-
best players in the
I
world.
just
Probably top player in the world. Okazaki's number 2. Dude, this guy's class.
Don't bite.
Salah's number 3. James Milner.
Dude,
Above and
Salah,
beyond.
speaking of him, man, his finish is so freaking clinical. I mean, that's a training ground finish, right?
That's
there, when
Arjen
you're
Robben.
running drills.
See, Arjen Robben, shoot far post. Thierry Henry, shoot far post.
Surely.
I mean, the best finishes in the world.
On
It's
the
the best
ground,
angle.
too.
Yeah, it's the best angle. I mean, what's his name? Matt Ryan got a hand to
He
it.
did.
Also, he should have maybe had that save. Also, had a brilliant save off Firmino. Still sitting on a goose egg.
The header.
That's
Still
okay.
sitting on a goose egg this
That's
season.
fine.
Can't trust him as captain.
Liverpool does not rely on Firmino for his goals. If he gets them, great. He does so much more than just get goals. We talked about this
Agreed.
before.
Yeah,
he had a
well,
great
but
season
it's-
last
Yeah,
year.
hey,
It's part of it,
Salah FC. We know this. You know,
It's
yeah,
Mane as well. It's
No, it's
Mane.
not Mane.
It's the front 3 FC,
What
basically.
Mane
And
do
on-
this game?
Let's be honest.
Nothing.
It's James Milner FC. But
Mane's-
anyways,
Mane's
They need him
subbed
for
off.
goals. They need him for goals as well.
No, he needs he obviously has to score goals, but he doesn't have to be a goal scoring threat like Lukaku or Aubameyang.
Yeah, he's not
It's
the number one option.
Exactly. He's number 3. The most important thing about this goal was the way they celebrated, with Mane jumping on those guys and the chemistry starting to be rebuilding. Because last year there was moments where we talked about, is he jealous? Are they getting along?
Who's he?
That's you, bro. That's
Salah and Mane, we were talking about Mane maybe
I think
being...
they've always been a team, man. Like, there's never been a question about any celebration.
Ah,
they're always piling in
For
on
me,
each
it
other.
was
Subconscious
for me, it
nature.
was Mane missing some opportunities where he's a little selfish. You know, Liverpool's kind of that extra pass kind of team, where like, okay, I have a 70% chance of scoring, but if I pass this, we're up to 95%. So there were opportunities last year where Mane could have done that. Late
Everton
Salah in,
was one, I think.
late Firmino in.
I think he was frustrated because he wanted his, but I don't
That's
think
what
they
I'm
had
saying.
to
No,
it
that's
was
what.
like jealousy or anything. I think it was just trying to catch back on form.
Yeah, but like, you know how you catch back on form hooking up your teammates, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that
sometimes,
was the
yeah.
question last year, is like his identity. He's got the 10 jersey now, so they've shown him like, hey man, like we believe in you. You're not, I know Salah's getting a lot of heat, but all you got to do is play the system. And in a game like this today, he didn't need to score to help his team win today. Obviously he was trying here and there, and he had a couple opportunities, half chances really. He wasn't cowish at all. But last year you would see his frustration in situations like this. I think this year, starting off so hot, has sort of like justified his worth. So I think, like I was saying, there's gonna be no weirdness from Mane. Not that he was hating Salah, like didn't want him to succeed.
There'll be no weirdness because he scored his 3 goals.
Exactly.
He's leading them right now.
Exactly.
So if he goes on a drought, he's gonna try going for goal first just to get his confidence up there. And it's not right, but that's how.
But I'm saying that's
how
what.
for him he catches on fire.
Yeah, maybe, man. But that's what hurts the team.
Dude, like Alexis Sanchez, he's just that type of player. Like that's what you give up. You give up the Willian, you know, I'm gonna do the best option versus what's best for me. You know, always play the safe option, keep the ball, keep the play going. Instead of Sanchez, I'm shooting, I'm dribbling. Mine's the same way, but it does pay off, man. Even with his left foot, sometimes he smokes him home.
Yeah.
So it's just preference.
Yeah,
It drives me nuts. Sanchez drives me nuts sometimes. I'd much rather have Willian in there keeping the ball.
You know what? You know what makes a sign of a champion is how you play at home. And Liverpool at Anfield, they have a champions type of record.
They have a Jose Mourinho type record since
I think
February.
No goals have scored.
7 games.
There are 7 goals scored, 4, 0 against. And we've always talked about Liverpool's defense being crap and shaky. And yes, we've seen multiple types of Liverpool teams in the last, let's say, 6 years where they could score tons, they couldn't defend.
It was the
then
one player who came through and fucking made that shit solid.
And then there was always times that there was a team that couldn't do anything. And then there was like just mix-ups here and there. But finally we got Van Dijk in there, calling the shots. This guy's class because whether it's Gomez or Lovren. But again, that midfield, even this one was Keita, Wijnaldum, Milner. There's so many options in midfield that they can run their legs into the ground and they can put somebody else in.
Shaqiri hasn't even seen a minute. Like that's another option you guys have.
No, he's a couple like he's like subbing
what
in.
I'm saying is like he hasn't seen like impressive
Standard time.
Exactly, yeah. And then
Naby Keita. Did you see them focusing on the 8 jersey? Those like
Gerrard Heat.
They just focus on the 8 jersey.
Yeah.
But bro, he's so smooth. He's a different type of Gerrard. He's not. I don't even want to. He's not ready. He's not a Gerrard. But I'm just saying.
He won't be a Gerrard. He won't be a
I was
Gerrard.
saying Gerrard just because of the number.
Yeah,
That's why they
man.
were zooming in. They were like, "This is our
The
excellent."
first
His ability
guy,
to
yeah.
draw players in, and then he's calm on the ball, composed in the final third.
He's got a little bit of
This dude's nice.
risk taking though to him, and obviously
He's
not
a
game.
flair number 6. He's going to do Cruyff turns in his own box.
I say he's even a number 8.
Well, the big thing.
Number 8. Well, number 8,
Yeah.
like box to box, but like
Yeah.
you know, he plays the holding midfield. He can play it up. He's box to box.
Well, he has
Milnes is behind him.
he has a risky personality because last year there are people talking about him when he's coming in how he adjusts because he actually was getting a lot of yellow cards and red cards, and he would be immature to say as a professional footballer. So when he came here, hopefully he does mature, grows into this team, and as of now, everything looks great with this team so far. The outside backs, they're young,
Joe
they're moving
Gomez
up.
looks better than
Lovren, and because he's making less mistakes. Lovren's, if you take the mistakes out of Lovren's game, and I'm talking about only like 1 or 2, he's a fantastic, like really good.
Fantastic.
No, I'm talking about he's a top defender.
No,
The problem is
no feet. He
the
can't
problem
play
is
the ball up. He's getting
the
no
problem
ball.
is during a game
Everything.
he'll make like 1 or 2 costly mistakes. It's just that moment where it's like
He doesn't have the skills.
Call that cowardice.
Well, that
yeah,
mentality.
that's the only thing that's separating him from being one of the top center backs.
That's separating him and thousands of others.
No.
Yes. Guys.
Yeah, I'm with you,
Wait,
dude. Lovren is a solid defender. That's it. He had a good World Cup. Congratulations to him. But he's solid, dude. He's like a C plus.
I think he's
minus
bigger
on
than
his
that
back.
because he does really good against top
Dude,
teams,
until Van
except for
Dijk-
that Spurs
Until
game.
Van Dijk came in, that defense was an issue. Playing next to a legit center back, he's a good Robin.
I
but
give him a
he
B.
could not.
I give him a B,
But he
especially
cannot
after
carry
this
that
year.
He's a B.
defense, man.
He's a B
minus,
for me.
C plus, B minus.
I give it to dude. All the problems existed until Virgil came in. That's why
Well,
they went for Virgil.
That's because he's not an A. He's not a number 1 center back. But
But he should be
especially
able
after
to
the
hold
year
his
that
own,
he
man.
had, where he stands right now, I give him a B.
I think
That's
with
his
Virgil, he can be bumped up to like a B plus, but never like an A or
I
an
think
A
that's
minus.
Liverpool gas.
Virgil.
Yeah.
No.
Van Dijk?
No. I'm
With
saying that
Lovren could
with
be bumped
next to Virgil, he can maybe be bumped up to a B plus because of Virgil's presence.
Maybe, man. But we look. Joe Gomez, young kid,
He's
is doing the
balling
same
under
exact job as Lovren did. Same exact job. Actually better because there's no mistakes in his game. That's what I'm saying.
We gotta see him
Lovren,
extended.
yeah, for sure, man. But we're talking special a minute ago. You gotta figure out if you want to talk extended or
Well,
can I judge
that's-
him on 2 games?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to flip it back on you as well.
Right.
You call him
You're
B,
just
I don't
flipping
stop.
everything
That's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. Yeah, we gotta check him out.
No, either way, I'm saying so far, Lovren's not missed. For me, E minus on his best there.
Allison, on the other hand, living life on the edge, drilling out of the back. Looks like
Dude,
FIFA.
So
Doing chips over onrushing forwards. People are gonna catch on, man. This guy's gonna break a broken leg. Almost had a penalty
He did.
on that slide just to clear the ball away.
Sure.
This guy-
When Glenn Murray's
his number.
When Glenn Murray's running at you, he's not gonna be nice. He's gonna run right fucking through you, and he got away with it. But if he keeps his shit up, which I know he will,
Well, I
I
don't
love
know.
it though. It's exciting. I mean, it's like Eric Bailly. I love this stuff. And Allison's got some nice feet.
You love to give PKs away and make it 3-2.
Hey, that's what you get. That's the price you pay,
right.
man. It's just
And it's gonna happen with
everybody.
Allison.
Yeah, it happens with everybody.
I feel like he hasn't really been tested. He's made some good saves, but I haven't seen anything where it's like, wow, that's a special save.
He made a special
He hasn't been
save,
tested.
borderline
Yeah.
special save against Gross when he
Gross,
came in.
Pascal
The
Gross.
header.
I mean,
That header was at him, guys.
It was
like
two. You got
close.
two hands.
It was
It was a
like,
good
You got
save.
two hands to it. I'm talking
Reaction
about the
save.
one where you see it over, or the Matty Ryan save where Firmino does everything right, heads it into the ground, and Matty Ryan not only gets a hand, he gets a power slap at
Watch it for
He's
Roma
made
last
good
year.
saves. You know what I'm saying? In the Premier League.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
He's
He
got
is.
he's got it in him. He's got the trait in
Yeah.
him.
He started
Freshman
for Brazil.
forward style.
I'm curious to see with the pressure at Anfield, but he looks so comfortable, man.
hey, that's the most important part because right now,
From Canada, bro.
so we played Crystal Palace, West Ham, and now Brighton. If this was last year with Karius, with no Virgil at the back, we're looking at probably 2 wins and 1
2.
draw.
You know
Maybe 1 win, 2 draws.
You know what happened to Carriers?
Loaned out.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, for
The
2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And-
see you later.
2 year with an option.
See you
Yes,
later.
but-
Goodbye. He's
That's the
done.
beginning of the goodbye process right there.
But we just talked about Mignolet. That's his future now. He's with Liverpool, I guess. I mean, they're not going to trade him away. I mean, they're not going to loan him away right now.
No, they
Yeah.
won't. I mean,
But
he's second round.
I'm hoping that he's happy to be on the team. I'm hoping that
Who?
Mignolet. I'm hoping that Klopp promised him a couple cup games, maybe FA Cup, maybe League,
Look, you're playing.
something.
Yeah, assuming you get into the Champions League, there'll be plenty of games to go around. Like, you'll be like when you're playing League Cup. There's no reason to beat up on Allison.
This guy.
Yo, by the way, guys, if we sound any different today, it's because we moved into a little bit of a different room. So just give you a
Test.
heads up over there. You know, a couple new features coming at you. You never know. Might get a gunshot at you. Never know. Bet. What you got next, bro?
So Liverpool end up winning this 1-0. Huss texted an image early in the group with Liverpool sitting on top. It's like it's been a while. What were you saying?
I said I know it's only after 3 matches, but give me a break. It's been a while. So I was just happy to see that. And the main thing, like we already talked about, 0 goals given up, and that's very impressive. We have not seen that for a very long time.
Very promising for Liverpool, man. They give credit to Tom's prediction of them potentially winning. Well, guessed they would win the league. So man, they're looking so far so good, dude. Especially in these desperate games. Newcastle 1, Chelsea 2. Another team that's 3-0 here. At least I did not expect Chelsea to sort of be getting these results. There's still a little bit of stickiness to the way they play. They're not really fluid yet.
Getting the W's.
Getting the W's, dude. That's the most important part. Win while you learn. And they're doing that brilliantly. Alonso is absolutely undeniable as far as
Coming
a
around on
fantasy
this dude?
player. No. I still hate him, dude. I still hate his style. But, man, I cannot deny his ability. It's the same way as Salah. Guys, if you don't know, I'm not a huge fan. Actually, I'm not a fan of Salah.
I don't get it.
If he was on United, he would be.
Oh, of course, dude. That's part of it. It's all hate. It's all salt. So, Alonso,
He's a nice guy.
absolute
man.
beautiful
Super nice guy.
performance.
He's a great
But
guy.
is he a nice guy
Mhm.
while he texts and drives while kids are begging for his
Oh
autograph
my
and he ignores
goodness.
them? I mean, there's evidence right there, dude.
At least he's not drinking.
Drunk driving.
Yeah, at least he's not drinking and driving like Larice.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my club.
He's probably
so,
at a stop sign or something, a stoplight.
Nope, the whole video shows where he was. He was just
Yeah,
chilling.
man.
How fast was he going?
He's probably talking someone off of a
A
bridge.
mile an hour.
Probably texting
Yeah,
someone off of a bridge.
You don't know if he was texting. You didn't see his screen.
No, we did. Like, dude, I forgot Huss doesn't watch links. I literally sent the link. Show in this video, guys. And maybe we'll include it in the show.
Doesn't matter. I
notes
didn't see
for
it.
your
So it
reference.
doesn't exist.
So it never happened. No,
I plead the fifth.
But back to Chelsea, Alonso being undeniable, man. 2 assists here does work for them.
This dude just gets
Dude.
up
Painful,
and
dude.
down.
Rafa Benitez going with five defenders against Chelsea, setting up just to defend the whole game. Possession was shocking, 80-20 overall, even 81-19, some will say, possession-wise. 800 passes to 200 passes.
That's shocking.
It was gross game to watch.
First half sucked.
First half was terrible. Hazard with the goal, puts him up,
Fantasy
his
Ducats.
first of the season, through the penalty.
Was this a
Which-
PK?
I'd say from the ref's point of view, man, I can understand it because it was reckless. Legs were everywhere. Alonso goes down. It looks like a penalty from where he was standing.
But he gets
I
ball.
can see that.
But he didn't
But
win
if you
ball.
zoom in on it, he
He
gets
did.
the ball. He did win ball.
He hit ball. He didn't win it. Alonso got tripped up, but if you see the ball, he like slides his knee on top of
He
it.
stops
Alonso
over the ball.
Yeah, over, but the ball's like doesn't move. Like it stays near Alonso's foot.
This is his foot.
Look.
This is the ball. He
You want-
rolls
I'd say-
over
No,
the
but he
ball.
rolls over the ball like this. The ball doesn't. If you watch the ball squirt out, Alonso goes to take a touch, and the knee contact is what takes him down. So he didn't win the. Mark Clattenburg said it after the game. He didn't dispossess Alonso. It was a 50-50, and he didn't dispossess Alonso. If you watch the replay,
Yeah, that's true.
I think
That's
he
Watch
rolled
the
it up.
replay.
That's well
It was
done.
an
It's
awkward
not-
one. It was an awkward one because he does get ball.
He gets
His-
ball, but
like
he
the
doesn't
outside of his
win
right
ball.
knee rolls
See,
on top
but
of
if
the
you
ball,
listen,
and Alonso embellishes.
It's all about
No.
possession. Like he did not get possession.
He
He,
did not
stopped the ball.
dispossess.
Yeah,
He
he
did
did
not
So
dispossess.
in that
He did
theory,
not
if
dispossess.
you're holding the ball at your foot and a defender comes in at you and they hit the ball, but yet you were able to roll the ball over their foot and keep drilling, that's a foul against the defender?
Yeah, dude, because
they didn't win the ball?
Yeah,
It-
exactly.
no,
You've
I
seen
don't
the
believe-
follow-through
I think
rule.
that's
You've
crap.
seen the follow-through rule where the player wins the ball, but the follow-through. It's just follow-through. Just because you touch the
Alright.
ball doesn't mean it's not a foul.
Oh my god, they're gonna be wearing like padded, like
I mean,
all of their
it's
body
been going
suit.
that way for a long time. It's been
Nah,
going
this-
that way for
but
a
yeah,
long time.
They might as well not even have this league and just have all the players play FIFA.
One tackle that's understandable in full motion.
That was a penalty. Mark Plattenberg, I love that he's in the studio now, man, breaking down these calls, blowing minds. It's good to get
Not getting yelled at.
inside information. But yeah, that was a penalty, I feel. Hazard, no mistake. But Hoselu, getting the goal. Yedlin elbowing Drew in the face, the
Dude.
big pussy.
Proper
Fucking,
elbow.
no, dude, that was a fucking
Yeah, he took an
shoulder
elbow,
and
though.
elbow. It was
He
bad.
took an elbow.
Hard
Yedlin got him.
elbow.
But
Yeah.
David Luiz, man, surprise inclusion in this side, man. Sorry, loves
3
this
games,
guy.
3
Yeah,
starts,
I
man.
love seeing him back in, but he got beat fucking hands down on his heels at the front post. Yedlin, beautiful cross in, and Hosso comes in, poacher's goal, heads it home.
He cut right in
1-1.
front of him, too.
1-1 looked like Rafa got it right. I mean, that was in the 83rd minute.
Dude, Newcastle even start pushing a little bit.
They had it. They could have
They
pushed
felt
him.
it,
Yeah.
man.
And then Marcus Alonso.
Well,
Usual
Yedlin,
suspect.
but Alonso.
Yeah, I mean, he right-footed shot. I thought it was on target at first, but Yedlin, it looked
It
like
should've
he
been.
was
It's
off.
It was off target. Yedlin was one of those reflexes. You ever like
Yeah.
handball the ball?
Exactly, and
as
he
it
tried to
goes by?
recoil his leg in, and he
Yeah, he should have
realized
just swung it, but he
Yeah.
got caught in 2 minds. But if you look at the replay, Barkley was coming in for a tap in.
yeah, it looked like Barkley.
So it was going to be a
yeah.
goal anyway. It's unfortunate that Yedlin's the one who puts it in. But if he doesn't touch that or make some kind of contact, it's an easy tap in for Barkley. Yedlin, solid performance for him, man. I know they gave him a 6.5 in who scored, but I think he was one of the brightest sparks for Newcastle. But before
That
the
own
game,
goal did him dirty.
yeah, that's it. Statistically, it killed him. But before the game, news breaks, and I'm sure you guys heard this if you were watching the feed, that Lascelles refused to play in as a right center back in a 3-back system that Rafa Benitez was setting up. So he ended up not being available for this game. Didn't make the squad. The club's official statement was that he got injured, picked up a small ankle injury. But obviously there's some kind of drama going on there. And John Joe Shelby as well didn't play in this game. So
Jonjo could have been the difference, dude.
absolutely.
But also, man, I just want to touch on Conte in his new position, man. He plays in like the
Wow.
final third.
Right?
He's so dangerous, so crafty, so fast, and intelligent with the ball. He can ping it. He usually makes the right pass. Doesn't really lose it often. If he does lose it, wins it back right away.
He was on the right flank a lot.
But dude, he's so dangerous, buzzing around. Well, plus this, I mean, Newcastle sat back, so he obviously was
Yeah.
more high up than usual.
Yep.
But even the first 2 games with Jorginho holding it down, man, he's got license to roam. And dude, he's excited. He's exciting to watch. He's developing into a player beyond what we thought he was capable of.
He's becoming a number 8. Like if he can consistently add assists,
He's
and
becoming
goals,
number 7. Is what he's becoming.
That's how he gets one of those World Player of the Year, Ballon d'Or type of votes.
Ballon
right
d'Or?
there.
What
Ballon
was
d'Or.
that?
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or.
Was that a soup?
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon
Is
d'Or.
that a soup specialty?
Hey, your boyfriend's name on Grindr?
Hey.
Callback.
Ouch.
But yeah, dude, Chelsea getting it done. 3 games, 3 wins.
Sorry, huh?
Dude, this team still is depth, man. Christensen, Zappacosta, Loftus-Cheek, Willian, Giroud, and Barkley on the bench for them. Plus guys in the reserves.
Every time Chelsea get a new manager, they just have this
Well, it's
new
fun.
belief.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
the bounce.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Every
for
time.
sure, man.
But
We're
dude,
used to this. We'll see where they're at next year.
Especially if
But for now-
Kovacic can bowl.
Dude, Kovacic started as well in this game. We didn't bring that up. Good shout.
he subbed out in the second half.
Yeah, he's not fit, so
Like,
Sarri
our
was
full
saying
80.
after the game.
Yeah.
Yo, Morata's not about
was
this
going
life.
to get subbed, but he ended up subbing Kobe.
Not about this EPL life, or just not about.
Look, he's
Because
just
we've
out
seen
of
it.
form
We
now,
saw it at
man.
Madrid. We saw it at Juventus.
He's just
Like,
out
he
of
can
form.
play.
That's all it is for, man. But like, when you're not getting goals because that first touch is off, we know that's a confidence thing.
Yeah.
But like the stuff he did during this game, for me, I see light. But in this specific game, like if I'm rating him as a forward, awful game, nightmare game. But like, I've seen Lukaku take bad touches. The difference with Lukaku is he ends up some way somehow
always in the
finding a
game.
goal.
Yeah,
and
he's just always in the game.
But Morata
don't
took some
see that
people
with
on
him.
here and there, held the ball, but you gotta keep trusting him. But I guess Giroud as well. Like when he's on there, he's a difference maker. He wasn't so.
Giroud's ready to start now and
Yeah.
make an instant impact for Chelsea.
He already
He's ready
has.
right now.
He's already made that impact.
Yeah.
You know,
He
he
took
can do
the
it
job
again.
in January,
Yeah,
for Morata.
but
But
dude,
that's what Tom's
You
talks
have
if don't get
Hazard and
minutes.
Pedro or Willian, three guys who don't have great height, especially Pedro and Hazard. You play Giroud in the middle. He occupies two defenders,
He
draws
links
the
up
height
play,
in,
so
he
well.
links up the play.
He did it
It's
for
like Firmino at Liverpool, except he's a
Yeah.
different type of line leader.
dude. He did it for France.
Dude,
Mbappe,
in the
he
goal
hooked up
for
Mbappe
Alonso,
and,
he got the assist essentially. He flicked it back.
Yeah, you're right.
Alonso's foot.
Kept the play alive.
Yeah.
No problem, man. If Chelsea actually start Giroud, I think they're gonna be menace. They will
Yeah,
be a
for sure,
problem.
man.
I mean,
I hope
like
Loftus-Cheek gets some time, man. That's what kills me.
I think
Well, I
he's
mean,
been playing.
a lot of
Not
things
this
have
game.
changed.
Not this
Loftus-Cheek, Christensen, those guys aren't playing. David Luiz is back on the team. It looked like there's rumors that if Conte had stayed, he would have forced a transfer to get him out, a forced exit.
Yeah, probably would have
But-
went to PSG.
But the Morata thing, I know why Sarri's giving him some time and all that. But, I mean, Giroud just won the World Cup. I know you want to give him some life. Give him some life, some recharge after the World Cup. But this guy is hot. You ride these players while they're hot. Put them on the field.
Hey,
Let-
grind
oh,
it.
relax.
That's
relax.
what's grinding by you, right? You ride these players all that high.
Did you say ride or grind?
Oh
What'd you
my
say?
goodness.
All right,
But-
that's a flat tire.
Yeah. No, it shot me in the
That's
face.
a flat
Chelsea,
tire.
man, getting it done. Respect to them. And I'm just glad that they're performing and Arsenal is starting to perform. Someone to challenge City. Liverpool challenge City, so like someone to knock off points. Last year there was no contest, so
Yeah,
a stronger league is a better league. Last season the league was so weak it was embarrassing.
it was, man. It was done so early. But yeah, let's get into the quick touch here.
Oh yeah, let me play.
Beep boop.
Oh yeah, quick touch.
So there we go.
Oh, bubbly.
Watford 2, Palace 1.
Bullshit.
Excellent game here, man. The ref, what was his name? Martin Tyler?
Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor. Jesus, Martin Tyler.
Martin Tyler.
Martin Tyler, what is 1980?
Dude,
Right.
right?
Like a FIFA broadcast. Martin Tyler, Andy Gray, yeah.
He's a broadcaster. He's a broadcaster.
Is it FIFA 98?
But no, Anthony Taylor here missing a red card. Capu essentially 2 foot the back of Zaha's leg,
His Achilles,
going
man.
for his Achilles. We're talking career enders here, especially with a guy who relies so much on dynamism,
Speed, yeah.
explosion. I
Should've
was
been
so
a red.
pissed at this. I really like Capu too. You know, I think he has that weird quality about him. He's at the perfect club. I'm not saying he's any good or anything, but watching him at Tottenham, man, he was a baller, and he shows it here. Breaks the ball from midfield and does work for
Pereira, man, he looks to be the fantasy pickup of
I was
the
just gonna
next
say,
week.
man, yeah, absolutely.
This guy's scoring goals for fun.
What?
Decore, I thought, was actually the best player on the pitch when you just watch the game. He was everywhere, but I mean Pereira, bro, the way he's just able to shirl the ball.
Oh,
Oh,
Jan
but we saw-
met on the assist. But
Oh my God,
Give
doormat.
him a boy credit.
The
Come on.
doormat. But hey, don't get too crazy with this prayer fantasy talk, because we saw with Capu, you eat the Capu, last year he did really well, or maybe it was 2 years ago he did really well, and then he just died off. He
But
didn't
so
get
did-
another
so
goal
did
for like.
Watford, man. Watford were top 5, top 6 last year for like until the fall, winter, and then they fucking nosedived.
Yeah, they lost their manager. Who was it? At Everton, Marco Silva.
Marco Silva.
Who bought Richarlison for Everton. And yeah, they just absolutely crashed and burned.
Dude,
And-
how did England let Willie Zaha not join the national team?
Because they were so there was a bunch of like.
Because they
Roy
didn't get
Hodgson was
Townsend
managing back then.
some playing
But
time.
dude, like this guy is so wily. He's such a wild card. No one can. It's so rare to find a player of his ability.
For sure.
You know,
Imagine him
he's
on
a
there instead of
magical
Vardy.
player. But dude, just play him and Harry Kane up top. Play the two strikers. Or have him play in the wing.
Or have him play.
Have him just
he
be
could've
involved.
Played Sterling's position.
He's not
Arguably.
disciplined. He's not disciplined, but he'll work his ass off
He
for
just
you.
found a
You know what I
way.
mean? He's got a lot of
go. Yeah.
He'll always find a way. He'll bust his ass all the way
Dude,
up and down the line.
He 5-holed the crap out of Foster, man.
Oh, beautiful.
Foster got not only near post but 5-hole. He tried to close the door too. So you gotta do the knee drop. I know Foster's old school. Like it's hard to learn a new technique since you were 13. That's
Gomez would have had
They
it.
got no feet.
Gotta drop the knee, dude.
Yeah, the worst part though, Roy Hodgson, pull the trigger, son. Put Maximine in way
It's
earlier.
time, right?
Put him in earlier.
Jeffrey
man.
Schlupp is doing okay, but he doesn't give you that sentiment
Schlupp?
offensive production. He had a couple of heavy touches, couple of missed passes. He didn't play very well, but he put in the defensive work rate, and I think that's why they pat him in there.
Was MacArthur with the couch miss? He took a great first touch, and then he could have slipped it in there.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it, man.
MacArthur.
But
Called out.
Watford, third place in the table, tied on points for top of the league. I know, again, it's only after 3 matches, but that's a great place for Watford to start.
Absolutely.
Deeney, thank God he didn't leave, because as much as he's not getting the goals and assists, this guy is the heart. I've been saying it for 3 years now, 3 years since we've actually really started watching
He's a
him.
club stop goal scorer, man.
But there was so many,
Mr.
there were
Walker,
so many
Yes.
rumors about him leaving, about him not being happy.
Two
I
for
never
like
bought it.
for big money
But
too.
I'm happy that he stayed, because that guy, I mean, that's the type of guy England could even use. Just a personality type.
No way.
Yeah.
dude.
He may
Let's
not.
move on.
Yeah, let's
No
relax,
way.
dude.
You're tired.
I like Deeney. You tell Deeney just beat people up.
Enough.
Burnley 4, Fulham 4, Burnley 2. Man, that was a Freudian slip. I did not see Burnley giving up 4 goals. So far, Al and I were talking before the show. Burnley doesn't look solid at the back, man. That was their bread and butter.
It's the curse of
What's
Joe
going on?
Hart.
Joe Hart
coming
curse
in.
has followed them into this season. They finished last season on a low point. They were drawing games, losing games, but they couldn't get a W. You know, so the defense is still kind of there. There's no run support. There's no scoring support
Yeah.
up top. Because the defense is still so solid this season, but they had a clean sheet with Joe Hart already. So that's not really the problem. But I mean, at some point you need an attacking threat. You can only defend so long.
Yeah. I'll tell you what the problem is with Burnley. Chris Wood isn't scoring. When he scores,
They were.
I feel like their win percentage is 77%. When he doesn't,
No.
it's harsh.
When he scored, they either drew or won every single match.
He's the problem.
Yeah, we
It's an
talked about
absolute
last
problem.
week. It was insane.
Mitrovic coming up big in this game.
Robot,
could
team
have had a
robot.
hat trick. Struck one off the post with his left foot. And for me, Andre Schürrle, we stay mentioned on here. We got mad love for him. Doesn't show a far post. Decides to show a near post. So that was absolute class.
So silky,
Absolute
man.
class.
I love the EPL. A guy like Andre Schürrle should be at like Everton, maybe Tottenham, trying to fight for
Somewhere
a
top 6
position.
at least, top 4.
Yeah, probably.
He was at
4.
Chelsea.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's a beast, and he's at Fulham, trying to work.
Okay,
on
we're
that
talking
stuff.
about Schürrle. I mean, transfer wise, that's great they get Schürrle, but Seri, I mean, we talked about him being
Oh,
linked
screamer.
with top teams. He goes to Fulham, 2 great signings. This guy pulls a little Michael Essien on his.
Yeah, I like that shout.
Yeah,
I
this
like
guy,
that shout.
boom.
That was SNS.
Woo! Top corner, top cheese.
Top bins.
Knock knock. Who's there? It's me. Thank you for the goal. I'm gonna go back to the half line now.
Dude, I love power goals like that, man. Obviously, we all sit there watching YouTube like highlights of like people beating 10 people and scoring, but when you just have the audacity to shoot from that far out and you just the net almost explodes, dude. I think that's so incredible to
Well,
watch.
the
It
best
gets
part of
everyone amped up too. The type
Yeah,
of goal.
dude,
he
it's like a
scored.
dunk.
No
It's
one
basically a
expected
dunk.
it, and that's like an alley oop. That's like a buzzer beater. I'm gonna throw from half, goes in. That's Steph Curry-ish.
So it's
I
not a
think
dunk,
the
you're
most
saying.
shocking thing.
Yeah.
I think the most shocking thing about this game for Burnley was that they're beaten in the air twice in the space of a couple minutes by Mitrovic with 2
Dude,
headers.
Good shot, man.
Almost, it was like deja vu. Same play essentially. Ball to the top, through the middle. Tarkowski and Ben Mee having a tough time.
Joey Hart not attacking the ball on that one.
Dude, Rafa,
Yeah.
how do you not like this guy? Mitrovic. This guy is a robot.
Yeah, man, good shots.
I think it's more personality, mentality than ability with
It
Mitrovic.
might be. It might be, man. he seems like a bit of a head case, not in a negative way, but like he will not be held down.
Just a
kinda
brute,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, just a brute kind of dude.
But
But if you can
scores
rein
a
it in a
little
little
bit,
bit, if you can rein it in a little bit as a manager and get his trust and like really get on the same page, he's very beneficial to the team.
Hey man,
sure.
he's a bucking Bronco. Just gotta let him run free.
grind it.
Southampton 1, Leicester City
Noah.
2. Bertrand opens the scoring here with
That
a
was a
power
smash.
shot, dude.
Speaking of power shots,
Right, speaking of dunks,
Smashed it.
smashes the ball.
Who's
Always
got him for
like this.
fantasy?
dude, he's got to leave, man. I don't know when his time's gonna be done at Southampton. I
I
feel
don't get
bad.
it, man.
He's captain now. He's got the armband. He's like the last of his so-called generation of Lallana,
Stay, bro. Stay.
Schneiderlin, all these guys that built that team under Pochettino, 5-6 years ago. Only guy who hasn't left yet. He needs to leave.
Hoiberg, though, getting the red card,
Højbjerg.
second yellow,
Horrible dive.
coming off a dive. It was terrible.
That's the worst way to get a second yellow man on a dive.
Yeah, that's a bitch way. That's a bitch way to do it.
But
Harry Maguire
Well,
showed
hey,
he's ready.
Damari
Don't
Gray.
forget Damari Gray, bro.
Damari Gray.
Oh, my bad, bro.
This guy, maybe this is his season. We know he's got the speed and all the potential.
Speed.
He's got bags of speed, but
Dude.
if he can finish,
Little
upgrade his
fortunate on the
finishing.
finish.
Very fortunate on the finish, but I watched this guy in preseason for a couple of games. Man, he just needs that time. He reminds me of Giovanni Dos Santos. How I don't know what happened when he went.
Did you bring this guy
Tottenham.
up twice, 2 weeks in a row?
Dude, I
Giovanni?
love this dude, man. He's in the MLS, and obviously he does work in the MLS. But he's one of those players where I look at him, I'm like, what happened to
I think
you? Like,
Damari's
he's still
faster.
special. No, he is faster, but
Yeah.
it's that same like little touches, a lot of taking people on, exploding real quick, kind of plays. Damari Gray finally gets his reward, and I love the manager Claude Puel trusting him, playing this kid, let him work through it. There's some guys where I'm like, okay, no, you should play him 5, give him a break, bring the stage down, set it up again. This
Right.
guy, play him through, man. Play him through the
Let him
season.
get better. Let him get better. Harry
Uh,
Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire, though, yes, thank you, Tom. Power shot from deep. I thought he was gonna just chip it or something. I didn't expect. I saw he scored a goal. I was like, oh, must have been a corner. No, I mean, I saw he scored a goal. I was like, oh, must have been a corner kick or like a header. No, shot from 25 plus.
Here's
Imagine
my
Liverpool
cut
had
him.
him too. If Liverpool bought Harry Maguire.
It would have
This
been
one,
special.
I mean, they have Lovren, so they're good.
Yeah.
Dude, if
Oh.
was there deflection though? Like I
No.
saw the goalie.
It was just down the middle, lots
clean.
of traffic, lots of
Okay,
legs.
yeah, might have been a
Straight
traffic,
through.
Yes, cool man.
Straight
That was
through.
a crazy goal. He takes off his shirt celebrating, which hurt a lot of fantasy people. I love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
the yellow
have-
card.
If he,
Like you got to take your shirt off in that moment. As a
Of course.
defender.
Slammed his face too on the celebration. It looked like it.
yeah, but I mean, if this guy
Didn't
keeps
feel
this
it.
up, are we talking about a 70 million transfer?
No.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
Virgil Price. Based on the World Cup he had and the season before, he was solid with Leicester, like promising. Had a World Cup, didn't
Keep
skip a
scoring
beat.
goals.
And now he's adding goals to his game. He's gonna be at least Virgil's price. And
Dude,
he's English.
I don't
so
know.
I'm
I don't know
down.
why Jose didn't buy this guy based on the
Wasn't
sole
Jose.
based on the sole
Woodward.
fact Woodward. But I don't know why Jose didn't push for him early right away. Based on the fact that you saw for England, every corner kick,
Set piece.
find
yeah.
Harry.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
set piece, find Harry. Everything
And now
in
you
the
got
air to
Pogba,
Harry's head.
Lukaku, Mata,
No.
Matic.
I don't
Fellaini,
know. I don't know
Fellaini,
how.
Bailly, Pogba. There's another
He
tower.
wanted him. No, to be fair to Jose, he wanted him out. It was literally
Yeah,
Woodward,
it's
and I've been
amazing.
reading articles that United's finally going to move into the 21st century and get a sporting director. So Woodward, the hard thing with Woodward is that the club financially is doing better than ever.
Dude, with $3 billion in profits or $3 billion
So that's
a year.
the issue. We put a businessman and try to use both skills, as David Gill did. I think he was vice chairman before, but he tried to use both skills of like raising the commercial side of United and finding players and having like a talent direction. He's proven he can't do both. Keep him as a businessman. United
Yeah,
financially
that's
is
fine.
doing great. Put in a football dude under him, and United's working on that.
Well,
Finally.
tired of
There,
United
there's,
right
there,
now.
well, there's also the other
You're
side
right.
of that where hey, there's no game this week. We've got to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
The other side of that
That's
is
what happens
that,
when there's there's
No,
an imbalance.
man,
in
but hey,
podcasts.
but
You
this
guys
is
are
for the
sitting here
people.
listening to gospel.
This is
No,
for the people.
I want to try to cut it
can I
off.
get
Hold
an
on,
amen?
help me.
So-
Can I get an amen?
So there's also the belief that
You
Jose,
made a man from the transfer market, but you didn't
Grinder.
get one.
Go back to grind.
you may there's rumors that
Damn,
the
shut me
board.
down today with that.
There we go. There's rumors that the board don't trust Jose as much as he wants them to, which is why they're not investing in Jose picks. Because they don't think
Fair shot.
he may not stay past January or the season. So
Yeah,
why
'cause they
spend
wait
more
for
money
Zizou.
on guys that aren't going to be here in the year or aren't
Might
going
be
to
a
be
shout, Tom.
playing, be
Wait for
wasting money?
Zizou.
Ryan Giggs,
All
step
right.
up, son.
Somehow the Maguire got us into United
Yeah.
talk. But Bournemouth 2, Everton 2. This game, I watched, simulcast like side by side, split my screen in half. This game was a hell of a game to watch, man.
Legit red on Richarlison.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, by the book red, soft red, but a red. Like,
Very
there's
soft
no-
red.
I
I think
like the
That's-
fact
hey,
that the player
that
didn't go
is-
down.
that is
right?
not
The
soft.
Bournemouth
Yeah,
player
that's what I was
finally
telling
Huss,
my
because
wife.
always they get headbutted, they go to the ground, they roll around for 10 minutes. He didn't go down. He
No, no.
He was like, ref,
Exactly.
what the hell?
What
He
about that
headbutted
is
me.
soft, man?
Yeah, but he also went into Richarlison too.
No,
They were
but it
kind of
goes-
going at each other.
That's
There's a
fine.
difference
You know,
between head to head and then pulling
Nah.
back and then headbutting
He
forward.
That's
didn't
where
do
he
that
got
much.
Dude, he threw
that
a
was,
jab at
That was
him.
barely anything.
By
this
the
is-
book,
this is-
Was it
that's what I'm saying.
something?
This
Was
is-
it something?
That's what I'm saying. By the book, it is. But I
we
hear
should
what
burn
you're
the book
saying.
then.
I hear what you're saying. You're playing indoor and that happens. That's not a red. Like you're playing in some games. Some refs might not give that as a red, but
This isn't street
The
ball, man.
fact
This
that he
is
gave
your
him a-
job. This is work. Like, this
Exactly.
is professional. You can't do that shit.
the fact that he gave him a red, it's legit. There's no.
But they were both going back and forth a little bit. Yeah, there was a little bit, but there was not much at
It
all.
was an
And
attempted headbutt.
it was barely.
He
any-
failed.
It wasn't even like a really swing back and try to hit.
No,
it was
it
kind of
was
like
a
more of
real,
a
like
push
a-
than anything.
It was a
It was a
jab.
quick
Like a
headbutt, bro.
push.
It was a
jab.
quick
It was a
headbutt.
push with a face. If anything, it's considered like a hug.
Why are you
But-
so sour about this? Do you have him in fantasy?
I do, but
Ah,
no. Even if I no. No.
What happened to the Merseyside derby here?
No, because I think we've all known that I'm more for the physical side of like, look, talk to them. They're men. Give me a yellow card. Don't kick him out of the game for that.
I
Yeah.
got to his fantasy total today, and I love it because everyone bit on this. I almost bit on it this week. How's this? It's a red, man. Soft. I'm with you, bro.
That's
It's soft.
It
but
just sucks.
100%
Theo
red.
Walcott with a goal.
Thank you, Al.
Great goal, man. Can he still do it? I guess he can. He's having a good start to the season now.
Yeah,
3
he
games,
is.
2 goals. In amongst the assists and everything.
Very
Shout
happy
out
for him.
Tio.
Very happy.
Theo.
for him.
Man, Everton up 2-0. Should have had this game. But Michael Keane with the header.
It's
Was
almost
that the
worse
tie-up?
that
Or then the penalty for... oh, no. I
Bournemouth got the
all over
red.
place.
It's almost worse that
Yeah.
happened.
Smith.
Yeah,
The
Smith.
way we went
Justice.
into the game.
Justice goes back, but I don't blame Smith for it. He's last man. Walcott.
That was a
already
great
with
call,
goal.
too.
Second yellow. That's what that foul is. Just a sorry, straight red
Yeah.
for denying obvious
Last man.
goal scoring opportunity. But you have to. I don't blame Smith on that. That's not a stupid red like Richarlison. But I guess the gods just trying to balance this game. Like Al was saying, Keane gets the header, who later had to be stretchered off with that head injury. Dude, he had a brick head. He had an absolute brick head. Idrissa Gana, we've been calling 0.5. He might be Conte 0.75, bro.
Yeah, he might be.
His head is just as hard as Conte. Not as big, not
Made
as
of steel,
bulbous.
though, but it's made of steel.
So they said Michael Keane suffered a fractured skull. Well, he
Fractured
said
skull is what it... Oh, shit.
Yeah,
hairline fracture, though. Hairline fracture. He came out on his Instagram and he told people hairline fracture, but he'll be back in 3 to 4 weeks, dude.
Richarlison wasn't
Cracked
giving out any
skull.
fractures and heads.
You still on that, bro?
Yeah. Crap.
Still
Let it
Dicky
go.
butt hurt?
BS.
Bournemouth get a PK. Baines basically just barrels into Wilson. Clear
Oh,
cut
my boy.
PK.
Callum, keep doing work, baby.
Tom's boy is riding. How much was he? 6? You started for?
Yeah.
It's probably 6.3 now. We're talking fantasy here. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're not in our fantasy league, join our
Get in
fantasy
there.
league. I know it's match day 3, but it's a long season, man. You can catch up. We're gonna close it any one of these days. Haven't quite decided yet, but I'm telling you right now, don't waste time. Get in there. You're gonna be discouraged. I think the guy on top is good, like 250 points. But if you just do your homework, man, you can catch that, make that up easy during the season, especially after a week like we all had this week.
As of right now, we have 2 players. The top 2 people in our league are top 800 in the entire game out of 4 million people, 5 million people. So that's good. Again, you can start a team. If you have one, switch over. Just join it. Might as well, right?
Check
What's
our Facebook for the league code. If you already have a team, that's brilliant. You can jump in. It's real easy. So yeah, check out Facebook for the league code, or if you're listening right now, check the show notes. Click the show notes, and you'll see a link in there. Sign your ass up. It'll keep you involved with the game as well. You'll be invested as to how a Merseysider, Richarlison, gets a red card. You know, you'll be all offended and shit. So it's perfect.
And
man.
get your friends there too, so you can brag to somebody when you get good
And
weeks.
Bring your mama.
Way to wrap that up. Class.
But Ake ties it up late here, man. Bournemouth. We're talking about Virgil van Dijk. This guy looks like he's going to be the guy to partner up with Virgil van Dijk going forward for the next Euro campaign.
You honestly
Yeah,
had me on that one, by the way. I thought we were done. with the episode. You got me. I was like, wait, what?
Okay, it's a buzzer.
I know, that's what I was like. I was confused for him. I'm like, do I get up?
Just a midway plug. Late,
Yeah, we
late
didn't
in the
preview
show.
Man U and Spurs.
Quick touch though.
That's a waste
last
of a
game of
game.
the weekend. Huddersfield 0, Cardiff 0. Snooze fest. Where's the side, Tom?
Oh my god.
Oh, where are you, bro? There it is. Oh.
Is Cardiff the definite promoted team that we think going down?
Yeah.
Even after 3 matches?
Huddersfield
right?
too. They're both going down.
Dude,
Not much really to say. Monday Night Football, Man United versus Spurs. That's the one. People talking shit, the media. This is the biggest game of Jose Mourinho's career. What bullshit,
I don't
dude.
know.
There was
I
a
can't
red in the
stand
Huddersfield game. Just wanted to
Huh?
mention that. Real quick, go ahead. Let's go Man U.
No,
Spurs.
what do you guys say about
No,
it?
there was just a red card in that game. So although it was a snooze fest,
Dude, a
there
lot
was
of red cards
Hog,
this
Hog
weekend.
wrestled the dude down, bro. That was a badass
Fall
take
back.
on me.
Hog tie. No? Okay.
Worth it for
some
that.
grinder
Threw it
thoughts
up.
out of your
Like
mind.
4-3. Hog tie.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No.
That's okay, nothing. Now I'm going to go back into my computer over here.
Okay, cool.
Did anyone hear it? No? Okay.
All right, Al.
But yeah, nothing. Man United Spurs Monday night. No Hugo Lloris. Drink driving. He'll be missing. Pogba will be not
Is he
missing.
definitely missing? Is that what the news said? I thought he bailed himself out of jail.
Will he be? I'll look it up right
He definitely got arrested, but that's a great shot to bring up that story. Definitely got arrested. Drink driving, they call it over in England. But basically driving.
Oh, he'll be playing.
intoxicated. Yeah, he
But
bailed
will be
himself.
mentally
He'll be
focused
flying.
all the way.
Yeah, he will, dude. Why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? He still might give up a goal, but I don't think him getting arrested on that Friday will, especially like he was
They're lucky
in
he
and out.
actually playing on Monday.
Exactly,
They
he
playing
should be-
Saturday.
Dude, he should be in
More.
jail until like Monday morning when the judge processes him. Here in the U.S., if you get arrested, don't get arrested on Friday, man, because court's not open Saturday, Sunday. I don't know about England, but he got out ASAP.
You
Dude.
gonna eat your cornbread. You gonna run into one of those motherfuckers, Huss. What
Hell
you
yeah,
gonna
man.
do
But United
Go to Tinder.
has
You gonna
United,
switch?
United has had luck with Spurs at Old Trafford. Not by much. Last year, I think Anthony Martial came on to get the winner. Hopefully, it'll be a similar case this year. This is a bit of a nerve-wracking game. I don't think it's Jose's biggest game of his career.
Hey,
But if United loses this, convincingly playing his style, not performing, then this might turn into that turning point
this is
where
pressure.
like people, it's definitely pressure.
Especially since
Definitely
Kane
pressure.
has now scored in August. So there's a chance he could hit you. Dele's been on fire. Ericsson, okay, but he's still
Spurs aren't
Eriksen.
playing well though. I won't go with.
And like
But are they
United
playing-
are.
are they
I mean,
playing
that's
bad?
the big thing. United's
Yeah, but
defense
it-
right now is. I mean, we saw the last match they had against Brighton. They were
Individual
horrendous.
error- individual
If they do
errors.
anything, even sort of like that, they're going to lose to Spurs.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, look, Harry Kane, he's distant. He can shoot that ball from 20, 30 yards. I mean,
Who's
20,
in net?
25. Huh? I understand that.
Shot.
Keep shooting 30. It's never going in.
Yeah, it might.
What about
One
Payet?
out of
Hey,
30.
what
Yeah.
Payet? What Payet do about that? Remember when he had that free kick?
Where's Payet?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
But Harry
did
Kane
nothing
can hit.
for him. Did nothing for him.
Mm.
Yeah, you can, dude. There's no debate. Harry Kane, you let him have a game, we're gonna lose. So you gotta shut him down. United historically, the defense has been solid. So yes, last week was a bogey, and if it continues, we cannot play the way we did last week and expect to beat Spurs. I 100% agree with you guys. But I think having listened to social or read social media, watched social media this week, I'm sure these players have been watching it too. Guys like Pogba, who last week came out and said mentally we weren't where we're supposed to be. This is the week to prove it.
I think
Whether you get a result
Valencia
or
needs
not,
to come back.
Valencia too, for sure, man. There are
Yeah.
holes there, but
He'll
like,
go for
whether
a
you
while
win or not,
still.
if United hits the post two, 3 times, crazy saves by Lloris, and United loses, okay, the media's still gonna go nuts, and you guys will bring up the Jose thing, but I'll feel a little better saying at least we played well. It's when you play bad like we did last week at Brighton, where we're playing Jose's system. In Jose we trust, and these players either don't believe in it, don't understand it, or whatever, don't execute it. That's where I start to worry. When that message from the manager to the players is
There's
not
a breakdown.
translating.
Well, I think Pogba will show up this game. He's a big game player. He's never shy of the moment. He loves to play. I noticed this when he was at Juventus, the Champions League run.
The
He
big
loves the
games,
big
yeah.
lights, the big stage. he thrives on this. The games against Brighton,
True.
whoever else,
Same
where he
last
kind of
season,
drops
right.
off, right? So
You're
that
right.
he has to mentally fix. But I think he's gonna start this game. I have Man U winning this game at Old Trafford. It's not gonna be easy. I think it's gonna be one of those like a little bit of a
Like
yawner,
Martial
but like
gets a goal.
2-1, 1-0
Yeah.
type of you guys scrape
That's
by.
what I see, man.
Yeah.
I see United winning, edging it, but I wouldn't be surprised with a 1-1, 2-2 kind of game at all.
It could go to shit.
So prediction, I got. What do I got?
Are you just gonna interrupt them?
Yeah.
Oh,
You jumped in.
I got
Well, it's at Old Trafford. I get United 2-1.
Huss has him too. I saw you change it when you saw the rest news. I think you had a draw or Spurs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Spurs.
Yeah.
I think I was
won
Spurs.
180.
Yeah, because I went no, I never changed it. I just put it in and just kind of.
Change it.
You had
I did.
Spurs.
I just
initially.
did it one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't change it.
Now you changed it.
Real quick,
Yeah,
I thought I had Spurs at 2-1. But the big story is that if United lose at home, Brighton losing away at Brighton was tough, but if you lose at home,
Yeah, it's a big deal.
that's a new story.
And to lose to Spurs at home, it's a big
Yeah.
deal, dude. Look, this is a tough game. There's no hiding it. It's a big game. I wouldn't say it's the biggest game of his career.
Oh
but
no, that's soft.
It's a moment.
That's dumb.
It's a moment, and I'm sure he's taking it serious. I'm sure the players are. We'll see, man. We'll see if the soccer gods want United to pull this one out.
You're gonna need them.
For sure. Absolutely. For sure.
Gonna
There's
need
no
them.
question. Absolutely no question. All right. So that does it for match day 3. Not sure why the door's not closed.
You
That's
can hear Ashley in the other room probably.
Match day 3 review. Thank you for listening to us, guys. And if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to start throwing these up on YouTube. If you're watching, thank you for watching. We appreciate the support. Check out our Facebook again for that link or the show notes. It'll be in the link. It'll be linked in the show notes as well. Anything else before we go, guys?
Liverpool sucks.
Yeah, right.
Shitful.
Way to close it out.